Apple's making a weird iPhone 17 model that could become one of the bigger updates to the iPhone in years. The iPhone 17 Slim, which will not be an official name, I'm almost sure of it, but it's probably a name that you'll hear a lot over the next year or so because of, well, how slim this new design will be for this iPhone 17 model. With the 12.9-inch M4 iPad Pro, Apple was able to shave off over a millimeter of the thickness, resulting in the thinnest device Apple has made to date. That same focus on a svelte design is expected in 2025, and the upcoming iPhone is said to be significantly thinner than current iPhones. Now, we don't know specifics on just how thin Apple is going to make this iPhone, but the iPad Pro is just 5.1 millimeters thick and could serve as a blueprint on what to expect. In terms of display size, it looks like we're going to be somewhere around the 6.5 to 6.6 inch area, which would make it smaller than the upcoming 16 Pro Max, which is expected to be around 6.9. The first rumors that surfaced about this device actually indicated that it would replace the Plus iPhone in Apple's lineup, but later information points towards a new high-end iPhone that's even more expensive than the Pro Max. That part is the weird one to me because the rest of the specs are kind of rumored to not be anywhere near as good as what you would get with the Pro Max model, but it seems Apple is really just going to be putting a premium on that new design and ultimately that new slim design. Along with the thinner and lighter design, the high-end iPhone 17 could feature the first major rear camera overhaul. Rumors suggest that the cameras could be relocated from the top left corner of the iPhone to the top center, which could look a little bit more like the Google Pixel. The Pixel 8 Pro has a raised band across the back of the devices that houses a trio of cameras, a laser detect autofocus sensor, and a flash. Now, there's also been rumors suggesting that this phone could only have one camera, which again makes it not as good as what you would get with the iPhone, 17 Pro or 17 Pro Max at that time. The display for this new iPhone should have ProMotion, since all iPhone models in 2025 are expected to have ProMotion, but the bigger news is Apple is rumored to be using a new display coating. Now, this new coating is said to have improved anti-reflective properties and better scratch resistance than the current ceramic shield coating. It's been described as a super hard anti-reflective layer in leaks. Dynamic Island should also be present, but it seems as if this new model could have a more slimmed down version of that cutout. Now, I know Apple has great ambitions to kind of have a Face ID that goes under the display so that you can have this whole display situation happening where there are no cutouts, but as of right now, there will be a smaller hole and pill-shaped cutout for the front-facing camera, but it doesn't sound like Apple is going to reach its all-display design goals just yet. As part of the Dynamic Island redesign, Apple is also rumored to be adopting a 24-megapixel front-facing camera, which would be an upgrade over the current 12-megapixel selfie camera that we have now. It will feature a 6-element lens for improved image quality, and the boost in resolution will capture more detail and allow for more cropping in without having to sacrifice any quality. Lastly, this new iPhone should obviously carry some faster chips, and we're expecting the A19 chip to still be built on that 3nm process, but an upgraded version of it. So as usual, expect performance gains for CPU and GPU, but RAM could also be jumping up to 12 gigs. However, it is unclear whether or not the Slim will actually go from 8 to 12 gigs of RAM, or if that's going to be reserved for the Pro and Pro Max. So I would love to hear from you on the 17 Slim. Would you purchase a more expensive, high-end, very slim iPhone, but it might have worse specs than the what could be cheaper iPhone 17 Pro and Pro Max? Simply because it's thinner and lighter, you'll be paying more of a premium? Let me know down in those comments. This has been Dan with MacRumors. Thanks so much for watching, and I look forward to seeing you all around in the next video.